Right, we're back.
For the third time this time.
Yeah. We forgot to record last time, and then I forgot to record again, but we realized. Whatever. We're back.
We have discovered so much.
Yeah,
We're
during
sorry.
the break, or when we had dinner, we looked into multiple personality disorder and all that shit.
And schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've deducted that in fact she does have MPD, which is now known as DID, dissociative identity disorder, which is, as we discovered, it's actually true. We have this story about how
So our theory is
Florence, the midwife, the one that delivered her at birth, told her mom that one of her twins was stillborn, which is
True.
the other personality.
Yeah. So
that
when Hannah was born, her twin sister died because she was strangled by the cord. And in her early childhood, she
Probably got ignored by her parents.
Probably, and
which is
most
mental
likely,
abuse.
most likely locked in the attic.
Yes, probably.
So while she was in the attic, she
Made up.
found
wig?
found some kind of evidence to tell her that her twin sister had died. So she sort of made up almost like an imaginary friend style
Twin sister.
twin sister.
She might even have found a wig and used that to act out. It might have started very innocent as just a plaything where she just acted like she played, and then the more and more she got ignored and maybe even abused by her parents, it might have manifested more as DID.
Yeah, so it turned into dissociative identity
She made this,
disorder.
we probably have clips from it which we'll quickly show as well. But we have this entire story of how Eve was stolen, was kept inside a lot. She looked outside of the mirror and looked across the street and saw Hannah actually, and she thought that she was just a reflection, basically.
So, the sort of what she made up about her other personality, about Hannah's
Which
other
we know
personality.
is Eve.
Yeah, she's called Eve, and she was her twin sister who didn't actually die at birth, but was sort of kidnapped by the midwife.
Yes. I also quickly, I just figured this, thought of this. There might be a very, very small chance that there is more than two personalities in there, because at one point you see her and she's like, oh my god, Hannah, why did you tell her about Eve? But if she's supposed to be
that's
Eve,
true as well.
it's kind of weird. It might be that she talked about Eve just in general, and she was called Eve by her mother, but she doesn't consider that to be her name. Kinda, I don't really know. I just think that's kinda weird, so there might be another personality there. It is common that there are 2 to 3 personalities. And actually there might be a lot more.
Yeah. So, a clip we found was this.
Across the road,
Not
where my
this.
parents first lived there, was a
Actually,
midwife
yeah,
called...
it is this. Where is the one where she's like... Is it this one? No.
No,
car.
that was the...
Oh yeah, it was this one.
My mother called me Eve.
Dun dun
Fair.
dun.
So that's like the big revelation.
We found, and we found some other stuff about just the basic story. So yeah, it's kind of weird. We don't know. We were just about to check out if she talks about how Hannah had any psychiatric help or had any disorders, that kind of thing, because we found this clip where she was talking about how Hannah and Eve, which is the same physical person, went to walked away on Hannah's birthday, which we assume is Eve's birthday as
which
well.
would even in her delusion would have also been Eve's birthday.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't exactly know, but it turns out that would be it. Might
No,
be
no,
that
because
the
they knew
midwife-
they were twins.
Yeah, but no, not at that point. We don't know yet.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
They
of
did.
course they did. They look alike.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry about that fuck up. So they walked away, tried to go to a concert of some guy.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, yeah. And then a cab driver alerted the police. According to her story, the police took them in, but drove her back. Her meaning Hannah.
Yeah.
In this scenario, right? It's kind of weird. And then Hannah blamed everything on Eve, and her parents let her off scot-free.
Yeah. But
With
if
another
Eve
friend-
was a real person, they wouldn't have let her off because it
easily.
was But if they knew Eve was actually made up and a delusion, then they would have let her off because of that.
Yeah. So
So we've pretty much figured out who Hannah and Eve are and why they're talking about each other, but we haven't got any further in actually solving the murder.
But I don't think we'll get any further in solving the murder if we don't get this origin story straight.
No, but I think we have the origin story straight now.
Well, the origin story of how but we don't know what came after. Okay, so they met up. She was hidden in the attic. Hannah hid her up in the attic. So we got that part. But we don't know what happened after that. Marrying to Simon, further on in the marriage of Simon. We don't know if Hannah killed him or if Eve killed him because of jealousy or
That's
whatever.
true.
So I think we need to know way more about the relationship between Eve and Hannah, which we've already heard was a love-hate relationship. What? We've already watched this though.
Yeah.
Because Hannah tried to half-assed kill someone.
Thought it
Eve.
made me sound suspicious.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
true.
not
We
a
didn't
normal
say
thing
that.
to do.
Hannah tried to kill Eve
Yeah, Hannah
at some point, which
Well,
of course isn't really possible.
wanted to kill Eve and then didn't.
Yeah, she sort of pulled
Oh,
back
by the
at
way,
the latest moment.
Drowning her in water.
Yeah, just like the song.
Just like the ballad,
Yeah.
which I still have, the Trois Sisters.
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country.
Okay, so they're not near
I
Glasgow.
wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would,
This Hannah.
distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's
Dead.
Dead. Yeah.
We also know that, by the way, we also know that Eve was trying to get pregnant and that she had an STD. But first, dude,
Oh yeah.
schizophrenia, SCH,
Oh yeah. SCH
IZO
IZO
PH
PH
RE
RE.
NIA. Schizophrenia. Nothing. Okay. Then we don't have to do that. Can you quickly query STD? Because Eve got an STD from a guy.
There's a new one on STD.
I was living in the attic.
Yeah.
So this would be
It was a
Eve.
very
This is Eve.
hard time.
She was
I
hid
was
up in the attic.
depressed. Was still pretty sick of the STD.
Okay, this is
And I came
17.
down one morning and they were dead.
what the fuck?
What? Who were dead?
They were in bed and both had been sick.
Oh, Hannah's
Turned
parents?
out Not. And I'd slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate.
Parents were drug addicts?
Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he
Is
used to
Hannah?
take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them.
Us.
And there's no way you would have picked death caps.
You would have.
But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
So she killed her parents. Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
Face again.
If it's a clear face, it's not as scary as this one.
No.
Okay, so what I think happened is Hannah was actually the one that was trying to get pregnant. Hannah slept with a lot of guys. Hannah got an STD. Hannah was upstairs in the attic with Eve. And she woke up in the morning and her parents were dead. They died of
A
poisoning.
drug overdose.
No, of eating death caps, which are poisonous
Yeah.
mushrooms. I can look it up if you want. I can Google it. Doesn't really need to be Googled. So she says that he took them, Eve and Hannah, into the woods to recognize the mushrooms. It might be that Eve picked those death caps, planted them in the food
Oh, right.
of her dad and mom, and that she killed Hannah's parents.
Yeah.
The others are always aggressive, or more aggressive.
Yeah, that's true.
The whole thing was wrong. The bags,
What?
I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
The fuck?
I don't know what.
We don't know what this is yet, so we can't really place that.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too.
So this
Said it
would
was
be
mushrooms.
Hannah talking about that same murder.
It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one.
So she
Have any
doesn't
reason
know
to
about
hurt them.
Eve then.
Now she doesn't know Eve killed her parents.
No. Because here she says, my parents lived alone. But Eve
Yeah, with her.
told... No,
Eve
they
isn't
would. She wouldn't
even-
say they lived alone if she knows they lived with Eve.
And her. So meaning they lived
No.
alone, there were no other,
People living with them in the house.
or around them, they might have lived on a farm or something.
Oh, that's true. Like alone in the
Or
countryside,
just-
alone, not in the house.
I mean, there wasn't a house across from them, but I mean, they
Yeah,
lived
so it's not
alone.
bad.
They didn't live in an apartment building or anything.
No.
Also,
So I don't think Hannah. Oh no, Hannah must know about Eve because she tried to
She
drown
also-
her.
and she also said they never thought to look in the attic, so that's why they didn't see Eve there, who was hidden there.
Well, but Eve wasn't actually there.
Not physically, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
We also did we already query STD?
Yeah, we just did.
Did anything come up? Yeah, a lot of stuff came up, right?
No, only 2, I think. That's how
Oh,
we
yeah, right.
learned about the whole murder with the parents.
Right. We had another one where we got a lot of hits off. Which was
Well.
that?
Murder.
No, wasn't that dead?
Oh,
Go to our history. Scroll down.
Schizophrenia, dead.
No,
So
you know,
11.
a lot of that stuff on dead.
Oh yeah, we didn't
Right.
do this.
Yeah.
So this is Hannah.
They'd gone to bed feeling ill,
Well, we don't know.
thinking it was flu or
Oh,
something.
so they had already eaten the
The
mushrooms.
neighbour called me. I had to use my key to let them in.
There's
We
Hannah.
found them dead in
Yeah.
their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed.
What the fuck?
Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my
Her
life.
miscarriage?
I'd been
So
so
she also had a
pregnant, and after
miscarriage?
that, it was just like,
Shit.
fuck.
The fuck? Okay, this. God damn it.
Oh, it's another face.
The story about.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead. But the baby, that's how he will live on.
Wait, what?
Our baby.
There's stuff about her with a baby and earlier getting a baby and trying to get pregnant and getting an STD from that, and then There's a new baby. What the shit?
Yeah, but that new baby is with Simon. So she and Simon, Hannah and Simon have a child.
Apparently.
Oh look, and this is the one from
Tattoo. Oh, it's just a monkey
You're reaching here.
or something.
Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone.
You have. You've pinched.
Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for.
So this is Hannah then.
So we've seen both Hannah and Eve with the tattoo.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to make me sad?
Guess
Why
we
are
can.
you so obsessed with sex and affairs?
Because that's mostly what leads to murder.
Yes.
You cheated on your wife.
What?
Is this your thing?
Yes, it definitely is my thing.
It's my fetish.
Yeah. Cheating on other people's
It was
wives.
supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon.
What?
No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Quarry cheated?
Oh, cheating. Cheat.
Cheating.
Cheat.
Oh, that one.